Okay. All right. 3.
Hang on. Okay. Go ahead.
Quench your thirst.
It's typical bullshit. That's the ugly American types. Come on.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, 3, 2, 1. We meet again, good sir. So, we have a captive audience with us today. We have more to discuss. We're going to do some introductions, right? And then we're going to go into one piece in particular that's catching a lot of people's eyes. So, my name is Ruby, and I'm hosting these chats as well as providing resources and education all about art. Art markets, art as an asset class, etc. And very excited, absolutely elated to be here with Mr. Ely Mays. He's a prolific artist based here in Paris, France. And Mr. Mays, care to say a little bit about yourself?
Well, yeah, I think
You said enough.
You said enough, yeah.
But you know, for people who are new and joining, you're a never-ending onion. So keep going.
Yeah, well, I do like green onion potato chips.
Please.
They still make them?
I think so, yeah. They're in the darker green bag.
Yeah, they were Mike Sells potato chips out of Dayton, Ohio. Yeah, okay, so what's up?
So, who are you?
Well, they say a jack of all trades but a master of none, but I think I'm a master when it comes to the art world.
I agree. And we're talking about one piece in particular that's just, wow.
Which one is that?
The one right behind you.
Oh, okay.
We see you crossing the border.
Yeah, we see you crossing the border.
That is the name of the piece. It's a part of your Tex-Mex series.
Tex-Mex.
So we want to hear all about it. What?
Well, yeah. Well, there's
Yeah.
back home we got the Billy Bobs and the Susie Sues, and
Where's home?
right now it's here, but
Yeah.
home in the United States is Texas,
For sure.
all the way.
Yeah.
Generational Texan before
Yep.
Texas became a state. And
Howdy. I'm also from Texas.
I lived in Mexico
Yeah.
for 8 years,
Yeah.
and they would call me Gringo Chocolate. I'm from Gringolandia,
Yeah.
which is Tejas.
Yeah.
This piece behind you, yeah, that's a Susie Sue with that cowboy hat and those cat glasses.
Yeah.
And she's got a selfie, but she's not just necessarily taking her picture. She's watching the people cross the border back there, and there's barbed wire.
What is that upper left-hand corner?
Upper left-hand corner.
Yeah.
And you see the barbed wire, you see a Texas Mammy Angel there. And
Is that angel black?
a black mammy. She's a black angel mammy. And okay, so it's got humor to it.
Totally. Who's in the background? Like, what's going on?
Everybody's doing a Texas two-step.
Right.
Okay.
I see a couple couples. I see
Yeah,
a
yeah.
keyboardist. I see a whole band of
Yeah, it's a Texas two-step.
Yeah.
And actually, it's kind of like the waltz, but it's got a Texas spin to it.
Yeah.
And the humor in it is that we see you, and then on top of that, in Texas, folks in Texas are armed with guns and all
Oh,
sort
totally.
of.
Yeah. We carry.
I got 8.
Right. Yeah.
But anyway.
Young age.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I know how to properly use it.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's gonna get down to the nitty gritty with this thing, with that open border down there.
Yeah.
And it's called the Overton window. When people say we've had enough, it'll move like that. And unfortunately, there's the humor in that She's kind of like a Texas posse. We see you.
Yeah. So, what's going on with her outfit?
I
think it's funky.
That's Western dress. You know?
Is, for sure.
It's the yellow rose of Texas. She's got the.
What's that tattoo on her hand?
That's a
longhorn.
Yeah, that's a bull skull, a longhorn skull.
Interesting.
So
and you do depict, bull horns.
Oh yeah.
What series is that?
Well, that'd be Tex-Mex.
Yeah,
out there somewhere.
Wow, and then what's that art in the background? So you often have art within art.
Why not? I give the people their money's worth.
You really do. You have art within art within art.
Why
sometimes.
not? Yeah, why not? I mean, if you look around you.
Yeah.
Some of the most boringest paintings in the world. Somebody might paint a perfect cat.
Sure.
But it's nothing around it. It's kind of like cold and empty.
Yeah.
And so, the eye, I play to the eye. The eye is, every scene on the planet is a composition within the composition within the composition.
True. And you're just depicting the human condition.
Yeah, exactly, the human condition.
Yeah.
You can keep it, some things can be simplified by a corner.
True.
But then you can make that corner more defined by. Now the problem with today's technology, you take a picture, photorealism. I could do photorealism. Photorealism is like, watch strange, just take a picture. Okay, now, if you're gonna do photorealism, you actually take the picture and try to get it where nobody ever saw where you got it from. That's the magic of art,
like this is it's so unique.
Yeah.
It's so you.
The top of my head,
Right.
Yeah, top of my head.
So what was the process like painting this? Even working with as many colors as you did, how do you even keep up with all of that?
It's called composition of balance. When you balance something, the eye in and of itself, it balances.
It's so
what
well
it
balanced.
sees.
Yeah. How'd you do it?
Well, yeah, I mean, actually, I paint the picture. The painting was already painted in my head. It's just placing them, and then.
And you just mix the colors. And
yeah.
What else? What goes into it?
Most of it is just trying to see if the picture's balanced.
Right.
I mean, and then if I might add this person on there and this person there, and then I say, well, maybe I move it a little bit over here.
True. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing about. We see you.
We see you crossing the border.
So, back to a question I'll have. Whenever you discuss specific works of yours, one for level setting. We've discussed this in the past. What is a collector?
Oh, a collector could be anybody.
Who is a collector?
Anybody. Anybody can be a collector. Let's use some people. Some people collect Ferraris.
Collectibles.
Collectibles.
My grandparents do. They eat up cars.
Like Barbies. Some people collect Barbies.
Yeah.
And,
cars, planes. Yeah.
Planes and things sometimes
log cabins.
Sometimes you don't even know what you got.
Yeah.
Until it's gone.
True. We have a conversation on art theft as well.
Oh yeah, big
both
time.
From say you inherit a lot, and then you don't even know what you have, until you lose it, or you lose the value of it, or you undersell it, or it's taken from you, etc. Or take inheritance out of it, right?
There's a Cary.
Just lose something.
Cary Grant movie called Charade. And it takes place in Paris. And they were looking for this money, but the money was not physical. It was put into a stamp collection.
Interesting.
You got it?
Yeah.
And then they said, it's in the stamps. You got it? So
so now you could take art to a bank.
Of course.
What is that?
I've done that before.
What is that?
See,
what's going on there?
First of all, let's say you if you're in the book or books or what have you, and he
What
said,
books in terms of like auditing and accounting?
yeah,
or books in
they
terms
see
of-
the value of what you're worth.
Okay, like asset management.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you could take that. You could actually take that, especially at my level. You know, I'm in
Yeah.
books and stuff. You could take and get a loan for it. Get the money. They might not give you 100% of what you're asking for, but then
I mean, Sotheby's just had a bond backed with $500 million.
there you go.
I believe of Picasso. Correct me if that is different. Yeah, interesting.
Well, I met Picasso's great granddaughter
Yeah,
because I live right where
You live
Picasso painted the
literally, Rue Christine.
the Garnica.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's like
Tenth arrondissement.
yeah, location.
Most definitely.
So when I used to have a bar there, part-time
Yeah.
owner of a bar. I had, where we used to go to the Picasso, the studio where he painted the Garnica, and we'd have fabulous parties there.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, the lady pops up out of nowhere. That was Picasso's great granddaughter, and she shut it all down because she said too many people were making forgeries of her great uncle's
I
work.
see. So what did that have to do with your space?
What do you mean by that?
Like, are you talking about your space shutting down in relation to?
No.
Oh,
I mean,
okay. Just clarifying.
Just. We talked.
Yeah.
She said because she was in Spain,
Yeah.
and a lot of people were just abusing the Picasso brand.
Yeah.
Like for example, let's say you sold a painting for $100 million for
Right.
the fountain. Let's say they
What,
take.
through a foundation, like primary markets, secondary markets?
Well,
What
this
are we talking about?
this be the secondary.
Yeah.
And it'd be the family get 5%, which would be $5 million out of
Sure.
out of.
Sure.
And
Just by it being sold from their collection. Got it.
And
So,
I've tried to teach collectors that not at that high end.
so would
but-
they be collectors if they have the work in their collection?
Yeah, but some people
Already?
some people just don't get it.
Yeah.
They just don't get it. They don't know how to.
Well, we're educating, right, on
Yeah,
those
yeah.
that want to get it.
Yeah, I've got people.
And yeah,
I got a couple-
some
I got a
still
couple-
won't get it.
Yeah, still don't get it.
Still don't get it.
And then when
We're gonna try to paint it out though. But yeah.
when you try to explain it to some of these folks, they still don't get it. They
Yeah.
just it's mine.
Yeah.
They don't see
But they're
how they can explain
collectors,
it.
right?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
you got to begin somewhere.
So when it comes to this piece, you
Yeah.
know, who's an ideal collector with?
The-
We see you crossing the border.
Well, let's put it this way. See,
Like, where does this belong?
this southwest of New Mexico, Texas,
El Paso.
El
maybe?
Paso,
Yeah,
huge market.
Yeah. Would you consider doing a show there?
Yeah, of course. I
Yeah.
think I have done one
Yeah.
years
I mean,
ago.
we can make it happen.
But
Yeah.
they're very the French are very limited on some aspects of how they approach art. I did a painting called "Paris Loves Dead Artists," and you're not
So what?
gonna.
Are you saying like? Are you implying the market for emerging artists or non-dead artists is like
Well, no,
abysmal, or what are you saying?
the people, it's like a pus pump. The people who are going to bring it out are young collectors, young
Okay.
people.
Yeah.
Like for example, you go to Mexico, they have their own star chamber of painters. David Segueros, Clemente Orozco,
Yeah.
Tamayo, Diego Rivera,
Yeah.
Frida Kahlo. The average Mexican kid don't even know who Picasso is. Okay.
True.
Or let alone here, they don't know who Jacob Lawrence is.
Interesting.
And when Ed Clark was here, he didn't sell in Paris. I said, Ed, what? He said,
That's
Ed,
wild. Ed didn't sell in
he
Paris.
said they don't buy. He said now they buy because now he's in the book for like $1 million plus. But most of Ed's works is in New York.
And Ed Clark, for everyone to know, is a prolific artist. Put a few images here of his work. And again, a dear family friend.
Yeah.
A dear friend to Mr. Mays here.
Yeah. And see what happened is
Yeah.
that sometimes you can miss the boat with your
paddling here.
culturally, because
Yeah.
I mean, that's another
That's a whole other
podcast.
Yeah,
about,
totally.
About the art and its point blank racism in it. You know, but
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about
it. Okay,
Talk about it.
so who's an ideal collector for this piece?
Again, somebody like Cyrus down there in Nashville. This could work in Nashville.
Totally.
Even Beyonce. Now that she got the new song out, you know.
This ain't Texas.
It's Texas.
Yeah.
And see, like all markets are not just here.
No.
And this is one problem I've noticed being here. They think that all the roads lead to Paris. No, they don't.
No.
And
that's why we have these like intersections, and even we were just talking with a couple from Chile.
Yeah, exactly.
The 5 highway, how long it is. Yeah.
Exactly. Because I remember a gallery told me once in my district, he said, you know, the word is that we can't work with you, me. They can't work with me because they can't make no money off of me.
Off of you, not with you.
Yeah, exactly.
They could make money with you.
No, they want to control freaks. Yeah. And no, it's not going to happen.
No, we're changing that. Again, those tenants pay our artists.
It's not going to work that way, no.
Pay our artists, protect and treasure our relationships between our clients, our customers, our artists. 3 is to elaborate on that more. I mean, I don't want to get into the nitty gritty of the platform and startup work because we're really focused on you. But well, that's all the time we have for today, folks.
Fabulous, marvelous.
Of course. And again, if you have any questions, any comments, anything you would like Mr. Mays here to discuss on a later show, please email me, comment, DM me, get in touch, because we'd be happy to explore the possibility of answering that for you. And again, connecting more meaningfully. That's really the work we're doing. That's the work Mr. Mays here has been doing for over 40 years. And that's the work that I'm embarking on through this journey, right, of talking it out, of humbling myself to new information, new points of view, and sharing it for everyone to hear.
Yeah.
So with that, we bid you adieu, good health, and all the absolute best.
Okay.